good evening. Alex here, along with
Janine
and Brandon behind the camera.
Hello.
We'll make sure we'll get him in here throughout the tour. But welcome back to another one of our virtual hard hat tours. We've been doing these. This is
since St. Patrick's Day.
week 6, I think, 5, 6.
Yeah.
It's been going for a while, but it's been going great. We've had a lot of interaction from you guys, so it's been a lot of fun. And we'll keep doing this, I think, until we can open back up. But
For the foreseeable future.
yes, so we'll get started here in just a couple of minutes. We'll let all of you guys get logged in here. As we go along, if you have any questions or comments along the way, go ahead and type those in. We'll try and answer any of your questions throughout the tour. We've got a lot of stuff to actually cover tonight, a lot of improvements that have happened in just the last week. We've got some updates coming up on Give to Cal County Day, which is coming up on May 7th.
Yep.
It's a volunteer appreciation time of year, and so we're going to talk about that. We've also got Earth Day coming up with some really cool announcements and kind of features of this project. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, and we'll get underway here in just a couple of minutes. So,
Well, Alex, while we're delaying, a joke.
Oh, uh-oh.
So I had a pony, and it came down with a cold. You know what happened?
I do not know.
He had a sore throat, but it's okay because he was just a little horse. You can have this and more if you stick around with the Egyptian Theater Hard Hat Tour.
We'll
Cricket.
wait for the thunderous...
And that's when I take over the hard hat tour, guys.
I feel like one of the late show hosts, like if I had an audience.
Yes.
But alas.
We could insert the laugh track. every
Yeah.
so often, so.
Saying hello back to Lynn and Roxanne and Stacy.
Well, hello everybody. So again, we'll get started here, and if you're just joining us for the first time, although I think we have a lot of return folks, you're going to want to go back and watch these. We've been posting them on Facebook as well as on our YouTube channel, so you can go back.
And on our main homepage too. So if you go on our website, EgyptianTheater.org, we have an expansion menu bar at the top, and we have virtual hard hat tours. So if you're not a Facebooker, you'd be watching this in the future times because we're on Facebook right now. But if you're not, if you have grandparents, if you have someone who would like to see this, you can always send them a link either to our Facebook page, our website, or our YouTube page, because we do want to share this with as many people as possible.
Yeah, so tonight we're going to go through and show you what has changed in just the last week with construction here. Again, we're in the middle of a $5.5 million expansion, expanding off of the lobby here, 2-story addition with a dramatic increase in restrooms, concessions, storage, but most importantly, for the first time since we opened in 1929, the addition of air conditioning. Really exciting project, coinciding with our 90th anniversary.
Yeah.
So a lot of exciting stuff going on. And with this downtime, with COVID-19 affecting everyone, we've been able to move forward with a lot more construction, faster than originally planned, since we don't have events going on right now. And we are eagerly getting ready for the very first day that we can come back and start having events. We continue to talk as staff as to what that's going to look like, how we can be best prepared following all of the guidelines out there. And meantime, let's go ahead and start looking around.
Let's start the tour.
So a little minor thing, but exciting, our ATM little nook here. So those of you who've been here before may have noticed our ATM used to be out front by the front doors. And was not the greatest location, because once you came in with your tickets, if you needed to go back out and grab cash, you had to go back out through the ticket takers, go to the ATM, then try and come back through everybody else trying to come in. So it was just a really bad location, but we didn't really have another good spot. So as part of this project, we're opening up all sorts of walls. And the staircase here, we've always had this closet door here, but we were pretty sure there was room underneath the stairs here, and we were correct. So we opened up this little nook. We were able to find this exact tile that matches the original tile that was around here. They're quite dirty right now with all the construction going on. But we had this little nook opened up. They just finished the tile today. We've got power and data back there for the ATM machine. Got painted out today as well, so that's going to be where the ATM lives moving forward, a much better spot for everybody. So the biggest change in the last week, well over 42 sheets of drywall went up in just the last week in this back lobby area. So we'll kind of pan around here and let you see all of the work that went up here. We talked about over the last couple of weeks some of the framing that was going up here with the new coves, and you can really see now those boxes starting to come together. So if you look up where Brandon's showing you right now, these cove areas will get an ornamental plaster cove that's going to go on the front of that to mimic what you see out in our lobby and up in the mezzanine. And then up on that little flat shelf there is going to be a light that will light these coves. So there'll be full perimeter LED lighting and then that new decorative piece.
And you can see
Yep.
our sad little square lights are gone. Oh,
Temporary.
R.I.P. 1983.
Yes.
So yeah, this is just, I was telling Alex, even with the little cage lights, just walking back here it feels so much more lifted, it feels higher, and we still will stand here and go, how the heck did we get 850 people sometimes into what feels like a hallway? Now we'll have double this space, and it's just feeling wider, airier, more lifted. We can't wait for you guys to see it in person because it really does feel different.
I still can't believe how much more space we have back here now. We pointed this out last week, but if you take a look at these columns, again, these columns were in the walls that were here where the original bathrooms were at. This is just the support brackets. We'll have a new little quartz countertop here that goes all the way around the column. A little drink ledge, so kind of a cool little feature that we hope people appreciate out here. What hasn't started yet is the new concession stand. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks that will start coming together. But a lot of drywall work back here that's gone in. One of the things I'm really excited about are these new little TV nooks.
Oh yes, our TV nooks.
We talked about these, but now it's really starting to come together. It's very messy, so it's hard to maybe fully appreciate it. This will all get cleaned up and painted out. But we'll have a new TV that goes in this little recessed nook here. We wanted to recess it so that as you're walking through the lobby space here, the TV is in the wall and you're not going to hit it with your shoulder, your head, or anything.
What's the higher up?
So there'll be a speaker up here. So above each of these, there's going to be a speaker out here. We've been talking about how we're going to have a new kind of audio-visual system that will allow whatever's going on in the theater, we can pipe that out here in the lobby space, the restrooms. So there'll be speakers out here so you can follow along. But these TVs are going to be fantastic to be able to, as you come into shows, we'll have upcoming performances, feature different sponsors, donors, drink specials, all sorts of things. But then when the show starts, we're going to be able to switch over to a live feed. So we've talked about if you've got a kid that's a little fussy, or if you need to step out and grab a drink refill, you're going to be able to still watch what's going on. So really, really cool feature that I think you guys are going to really appreciate and absolutely love.
And it's going to increase our safety measures. So we've actually made one slide so far for these screens, and it's hopefully you'll never see it.
Yeah.
It's what will happen if, say, the fire alarm is triggered. We will also be across all of our screens, be able to put messaging up there saying, hey, this has been activated, please exit the building. It just gives us another avenue to communicate with you as patrons. Again, the ultimate goal is for you to have a great time here, never to feel unsafe, and this will just add another measure to that of we want to make sure that you have the best experience possible, and if that ends in some reason after the fire alarm, it's just another way for us to communicate to you so you exit safely and can return hopefully for another great show.
Yeah, so we've got one down here between aisle 1 and aisle 2, and then down here there'll be another one between aisle 3 and aisle 4. So kind of no matter which aisle on the main floor you're going in, you'll have one of these near you as you go in. And also if you come out, you'll be able to be near one to be able to watch. And again, it's so amazing looking back here at how much more space we're going to have.
Hey, you can see the front doors nicely from here. Just look at them.
Yeah. Any questions there yet?
No.
All right. Well, hello to everybody that's chiming in so far.
Any puns? We had a very punny Easter episode.
Yes.
No, but you do have a fan. Lynn Meyerhole said, that's funny, Janine.
See? Someone.
When you you go on the road, you can sell at least one ticket.
Thanks, Lynn. I bet you could get Randy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the concession stand, again, we kind of pointed this out before, but if you look at all the different junction boxes back there, there's going to be a ton of power between the popcorn machine, all the refrigerators, all the other equipment that's going to go in here. They've got some new floor drains that are going to be put in the floor here, and then we'll be able to start bringing in the new concession stand. We've got this new soffit overhead that's got new LED lighting in it, as well as new diffusers for the air conditioning and heating that will be throughout the lobby space here. And then we've showed this new vestibule, and it's really starting to come together now that we have drywall.
Before we walk over there,
Go ahead.
Dawn, yes, the doors that are original to the theater will be refinished and stained, so the stain won't change, it'll just be a little darker. So they'll be refinished and match all of the new doors that go in.
So vestibule over here, again, this is where drinking fountains used to be, and we had a single door here that used to go down a staircase down to the original basement. This will have a new set of double doors here that will just be for staff going back of house. Once you come into this vestibule is how we will get into the new concession stand. That used to be a wall there, so this is the new way to get into the concession stand. Where we're standing was the staircase that went downstairs. This has been concreted over, and then this opens up into the addition. So we've got some new stuff to show outside of the door here. All right, well, look, Brandon lead the way, heading outside. So just yesterday, we poured a bunch more concrete. So this sidewalk that extends all the way up to 2nd Street just got poured yesterday. We've got a drain here, so we make sure that any water that comes down is going to go into this instead of into the addition. And also a cool little feature back behind Brandon there, we decided to add a bench. So we've got a nice little seating area outside the front doors here.
Beautiful.
And then just this morning, they added the limestone sills there. So that's one of the last pieces to go in before they can come and do the final measurements for the new doorway that's going to go here. So they're coming this week to measure that, and they're going to start fabricating that. They have all the parts already. So the new doorway is going to go here, as well as the big window up above. So.
And we're hoping with this, so we know right now it's not very beautiful, but we definitely want to have this beautification effort for downtown. So we were already joking about, like, we should get some planters and stuff. And I said, if we give the test to Brandon, it's going to look like the gardens of Babylon. It looks so good, because Brandon has a very green thumb. But yeah, no, something that we wanted to add to this space too is to make it feel welcoming, to make it feel green, to make it feel like it's part of a downtown beautification process, because that's absolutely the thought process. When we're designing this building, we designed it to be front of house looking, not something that's attached to the back of a building. We definitely want it to feel like an improvement of beautification, something that's adding to the downtown experience.
Man, so it's really starting to come together outside here. So exciting to see more and more concrete getting poured. It's been great now that the weather's been nicer. We're able to do some of that. So any questions or comments before we head upstairs?
We did. So Mary knows. Mary's a stellar volunteer with us, so she knows that the alleyway where shows load in is heated. This sidewalk, however, is not heated, so it is something we'll have to shovel in the winter, but if it's anything like this past winter, it won't be that many times.
No.
Well, luckily there's not as much of a grade. The alley one, trying to push showcases up that, Mary, with ice would be a dangerous job.
Yeah.
All of us would have had broken limbs at some point. So luckily with this, it's a nice, not too steep of a slope, and we're not going to be running things up here unless Brandon gets really aggressive with our load-ins for Coke and such.
Yeah, and the other one, the alley off of the stage door, we also get a lot of drifting and snow that falls off of the roof.
Yeah, you should hear it.
Because of the roofs here, we won't get that same phenomenon. So, hopefully we'll be good. But yeah, it's not a huge sidewalk to have to clear,
No.
and this will be a lot easier to clear than some of the brick areas.
And this will be grass.
Yep, so this will get topsoil on both sides of the sidewalk. We'll put grass in for now, but as we go into the future, may look at doing some other bushes or plants and stuff out here. So.
Peter, don't worry about what's in the cup.
Alrighty,
It's water so I can keep talking to y'all. So,
You haven't done one of these in a while.
I haven't.
You don't wanna
missed
go horse.
everyone. Yeah. Good call. Good call. Can't be a little horse or
Yeah.
a pony. So, we will be heading up the stairs to see what else has happened. I'm very excited because, as Alex said, I haven't been here in a few weeks. So I come in, every time I come in, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see what's happened. And here on Friday, none of this. None of the sheetrock had gone up, and it looks completely different.
Yeah.
So we do have a question before we go upstairs.
Okay?
What are we doing for lighting in the alley?
In the alley up there?
Yep.
So it's all new LED lighting. So we've got a bunch of new lights that will help light up the alley for pedestrians, cars. But then we've also got some accent lighting that will really make the building look fantastic. And so some of that is in right now, but we still have more to come. If anything, when we're done with the project, it's going to be way brighter, way more welcoming for pedestrians and everything. And that was really one of our goals for the alley here, to be able to make that safe downtown, but just to make it brighter and more welcoming. So we know everybody's going to be really impressed with that.
Because we know we're right by Van Buren Plaza. We have Corn Fest right outside our front doors. We have the farmers market. So yeah, we absolutely want this to still feel, like you said, welcoming and friendly.
Yeah. So a couple of new things have happened up here on the second floor in the expanded foyer. They just started yesterday working on the cove up here. So if you see the 2x4 frame going around the perimeter there, we will also have the decorative plaster cove up here with the LED cove lighting. So they're just starting to frame that up and getting that ready for that installation. So that's what you're seeing there.
Now it's kind of a callback to a very long ago's Facebook Live. This is the same mold that they took with that bright pink stuff right outside.
Yep.
Yeah, so go back. I don't know what time is anymore, but it's been at least before COVID, but we did a really cool live showing a guy taking active molds of our plasterwork so that we can identically match what is already in our existing theater throughout the rest of the building. It was a really cool process to watch. So I was like, is it really going to be bright pink? And he was like, no, that's a mold. So if you want to see what it's going to look like in the process they did, you can go back through a few videos and exactly what they did.
So another thing that's changed in the last week is hiding beneath this cone. Right here. So we've got a floor pocket. This was a big core that they did through the concrete floor, and then they installed this floor pocket that has power, and then we ran this weekend some network lines that still need to get installed here. But this will be in the middle of the room, so when we set up the room for meetings or presentations, we've got a spot that people can plug in a laptop or a conference phone here in the middle of the room. So we've got that starting to come together. And then also out here where the big window is going to be,
I'm so excited!
we had another floor pocket installed here. This is just going to be power, but this is primarily in place so that when this gorgeous big window is here, that during the holiday season, when we have a gorgeous big Christmas tree here, we've got power right here in front of the window.
Okay, it's
So.
going to be really exciting. I think we
Yes.
should put like stockings on the window of everyone who works here. It'd be super fun.
Find some place to put a little
Yeah.
fireplace, a little mantle.
Yeah.
Something. This is kind of a mantle.
Yeah, I like it.
You heard that live, folks. Alex gave us permission
I was
to
like,
build
"Put that in
a fireplace.
Yeah, and he has to rein me and Brandon in. It's a full day of decorating here. So if you're wanting to volunteer and you just want to volunteer to decorate, email us at volunteer@egyptiantheater.org because we love to decorate here.
It is like that scene in Elf where the
Santa's coming.
where the store goes from nothing to Christmas overnight. So, but it's awesome. It's definitely one of our favorite times of the year. All the different holiday programs here and everybody coming in, and it'll be really neat with all of these improvements to be able to do even more of that. So,
Agreed.
so that's kind of the last improvements up here in the expanded foyer. Just a couple of things on the second floor here. We'll come down to the new restrooms on the second floor.
Cool thing, notice about the lights, how they're off.
I'll let Janine
But-
trigger them.
Magique.
So again, talking about our green initiatives for Earth Day, these are motion activated, and they are activated for a longer period of time. So you're not going to be going to the restroom and having to turn off in 5 minutes. They're 30 minutes.
Yep.
So every 30 minutes, if someone's not in here moving, they will turn off. So again, there's been times after shows where maybe we forget to turn off a light, or someone forgets to turn off a light. Now they're on all day. These are only activated by motion, so it's great. Only when they're in use will there be light on. So along with not only the super energy efficient toilets and sinks and all those improvements we've made, we're also doing it with our lighting.
Do you want to talk about any of the talking points on the hand dryers?
Yes. Are these on?
We'll see if you
Yes.
remember.
Oh, good. So that's a good point. Alex just told me all the talking points. It is on our Facebook page.
Pop quiz.
Dang it! So these are our new hand dryers, and they are brand new, and they are 99.97% effective in killing germs. So we know a lot of past hand dryers have gotten a little bit of a bad rap of just spraying everything everywhere. These are actually, they are fresh off the market. Again, like I said, 99.97% effective in killing the germs, and since they're so tight, you're not having this backsplash of germ spray. Is that correct?
Yeah.
word?
And they have a HEPA filter.
HEPA filter, and they're the first ones to be approved by
They're NSF,
NSF approved.
National Sanitation Foundation.
This is why you're on the tour.
Yes.
But not only that, not only are they super, super efficient in keeping your hands clean, they are also going to dramatically decrease the amount of paper towels we will need in the Egyptian theater. So again, just trying to find ways that we can be more green, more friendly, not only with the obviously the improvements of our HVAC and plumbing structures, but something as simple as drying your hands. This will take a ton of ordering off of our building and ground supervisor as well as Brandon, that we won't have copious amounts of paper towels to, help with the copious amount of toilets we have now.
Yeah, and with everything going on, it's important to, and kind of unique timing that we got these in, and they just happen to be one of the very first hand dryers on the market that are able to capture bacteria, viruses, germs like that so effectively with the HEPA filter and actually have certification in terms of sanitation. So as Janine mentioned, hand dryers especially, there's been a lot of articles popping up over the last couple of weeks with everything that's going on, saying hand dryers are not the most effective thing, but we're happy to say that these brand new hand dryers that we got are actually changing that model. So perfect timing for us. It wasn't planned that way, but kind of a neat additional feature that we have.
Oh, and that's also, if you guys have questions, when we return to normal, whenever that may be, we're already internally talking about all these different steps we're going to take to make sure that you guys, once you're able to get back in our doors by the CDC, state government, whomever, that we want to make it feel like you guys feel safe here, that you feel like I can come here, they've taken extra measures. So when that day comes, please feel free to contact us, ask us what we're doing extra, because we want to be as transparent as possible. So we're hoping that day comes sooner than later, but we want everyone to stay safe, want everyone to stay at home. But when that day comes that we can get back together, whatever gathering size that may be, we want to be, again, as transparent as possible about what we're doing to make sure you guys stay safe, we stay safe, we don't want to get sick, we don't want you to get sick. So we'll absolutely be, again, communicating a ton to make sure that you guys feel like you know what's going on and what's going on in our minds and our decision-making process.
Yeah. So only other thing up here is we've talked about the 2 new drinking fountains. And I guess we've got this juxtaposition right here. The old drinking fountain that was outside the old men's restroom there, that didn't work fantastic, and it was
So
just
sick.
one, and it was also not ADA compliant. So the 2 over here now between the restrooms, huge improvement. So really cool, they got those installed here in the last week.
Yes, sir.
So let's head back over here in the light. We told you last week on the tour that we were going to showcase and talk a little bit about the new carpet that's going in. We've talked a lot about how at the end of this project, all of the existing carpet from 1983 is going to get replaced with brand new carpet, custom designed carpet, and we're happy to show off some of the sample pieces. So,
Guys, you don't know how much decisions went into this carpet.
this was quite the process, but a couple of things that's really cool to point out. We included a beetle here from the stained glass window up front. We've got lotus blossoms here that pull out the detail from throughout the building. We've got the cobra here that you see in the building. Basically, this entire custom design was built around all of the architectural detail of the building. And we worked with a specialist that helps design carpet and actually has archives of historic theater carpet hundreds of years back, and kind of shows off all the different colors and designs that they have. And so we put together a design that would be, we believe, had they been able to do this in 1929, this is what the architect would have designed. And really, if you look at the carpet,
side by side.
the carpet from 1983 compared to what's going to go in, this is really what historic theaters typically have, is this big, ornate, fancy designs. It's also going to hide
So much
dirt
more.
and spills a lot better than this one color carpet, and is just going to really pull things together. So this carpet has officially been ordered.
Yay.
And we're hoping, not hoping, but when all of the major construction finishes up, we will move forward with starting to install this carpet.
And what's so great about this carpet and why we're raising money for this carpet in particular is it's wool, and the threads are individually dyed all the way down to the root.
Yep.
That carpet root.
Technical terms.
But what it means is when we have over 40,000 patrons a year walking across this carpet, that even when it wears down, the color will never fade, because it's going to fade. Once the pile wears down, the color will still be just as vibrant. So that was a major reason in choosing this carpet, because it isn't your living room. It's somewhere where there's going to be a ton of traffic, a lot of spills, a lot of popcorn ground into this. So we wanted to find something that's going to last us for a really long time, because like you said, this one's from 1983, so it's been well over 30 years. We're hoping this one lasts just as long and maybe holds up a little bit better, because it is a very, very high quality artisan carpet. We'll call it artisan carpet. But that was the reason that we decided to go with something not only this ornate, but that has the structure that is going to wear well, because we know how busy we are, and we don't want such a great investment to look bad in 15 years. We would hope that in 15 years, if it's still me, Alex and Brandon, or if it's the next me, Alex and Brandon, that they feel that we made the right decision with this carpet.
So that's the main carpet for some of the lobby areas and stuff, but as you can see, this design is large and ornate, which was on purpose. And this was going to be a challenge in some of the stairs and aisle areas that were smaller. Just with such a large repeat of the pattern, it was going to be tough. So like many historic theaters have multiple carpet designs throughout the building, we have two as well. So our second design, which is going to be used on the stairwells as well as the aisles in the theater and throughout the balcony, are little beetles.
The Beatles.
So this is a simplified design that takes off of the main design and allows us to put this in areas like I said, the stairs, aisles. They're tighter, smaller areas. So it will be cohesive and work all together, but we've got technically two different carpets that will be going in.
And we can't wait. Let us know how you feel about the carpet in the comments, because, and don't hurt our feelings, because we really like it. So be gentle, because we really love it.
So why don't you talk about what's coming up on May 7th?
Well, we did have a couple questions.
Ooh, let's hear it.
So usually you would only get one square as your sample. Well, we pushed to have multiple squares so
we're
we could
pushy.
finish the pattern of the carpet. This is not even a full repeat of a full pattern. So the carpet will not be installed in squares. It will be installed in a
13 foot 2 inches wide.
in a 13-foot long 2-inch.
2 inches wide?
13 foot 2 inches wide.
What?
I thought it was 13 feet by 2 inches. I'm like,
No,
that
no,
seems
no.
ridiculous.
13 foot 2 inches wide, 100 feet long.
Okay, so it's 13 foot 2 inches wide by 100 foot in length.
I thought it was
Okay.
like little strips of carpet.
It's
I'm glad that Alex is here to clear things up, guys.
Yes.
Do we have a second question, or was that all the questions?
there were 2 questions both about carpet.
Perfect. So, give to DeKalb County. I will be addressing this from the crisscross applesauce position. So we are raising money for our lovely carpet. And if you've tuned in to our Give to DeKalb County antics before, we always had a news team motif where we would go live every hour at the top of the hour on Facebook with a different guest every time. In different parts of the theater, we've been on the roof of the stage, we've been in the light truss. Thank you, Jay and Paul, for being super troopers. However, this year's obviously very different. We don't know if we'll have a stay-at-home order on May 7th, so we didn't want to take a risk. So we're actually going to be doing something completely different, kind of, sort of. We're going to be doing a new series called Backstage at the Egyptian Live. And what's going to be really fun is we're bringing guests to you still every hour on the hour, but virtually. So we'll have virtual guests with a lovely setup on stage and welcoming our guests in via Zoom. Because again, we want people to talk about the Egyptian, about why we should invest in carpet, about why we want you guys to give, for us to tell our story. But again, we didn't want to do it in an unsafe manner or something that felt irresponsible given the times. So that's why we steered away from the news team, because I don't think anyone wants to hear breaking news right now. It's usually just like, oh, sad times. So we're not doing that to keep y'all happy on May 7th. But we will still be, like I said, welcoming guests in. We still want to have these active dialogues with people from around the community who have some relationship to the Egyptian theater. So if you're interested, you want to learn more, it's just lightscameradonate.org. Up until May 7th, it's just going to be our regular site, but on Give to DeKalb County, that's Thursday, May 7th, lightscameradonate.org will go right over to our Give to DeKalb County page, so you can donate on that day through that URL, and you'll be giving directly to us, and then that'll help us with the bonus pool. If you're not a tech-savvy person, which probably isn't the audience I'm talking to right now, but if you have someone who isn't, you can do mail-in donations, because this year, because of COVID-19, they will not be having walk-in donations, just to keep everyone safe, to keep people as far away from each other as possible. However, you can now mail in. Mail-in has started now, so you can mail in your donation that will be processed on that day. Just search Give to DeKalb County, and they will give you a form and all the steps you have to go through for this check, for you to mail in a check to go to whatever nonprofit you choose. So that is active now. Otherwise, all donations will be done over the web, and it will be on Thursday, May 7th. Again, Lights, Camera, Donate. Help us pay for this beautiful carpet, because we're in love with it. Maybe just me, I'm projecting on them. But again, we'll still be going live. It'll just be in a little different format, and we can't wait for you guys to see it. We hope it goes well. We always have big dreams. It's gone well so far, so
It's going to be
We'll go
great.
with it.
Talk
It's gonna be
about,
great.
talk about the bonus pool.
Oh yes, so the bonus pool. This is why it's so important to give on Give to DeKalb County Day. We appreciate anyone who's donated between the May days of Give to DeKalb County, but on Give to DeKalb County, it's great because they have a community bonus pool. I think it's like 54, 53,000.
It's over 60 now.
Over 60,000, gosh, that's insane. So a percentage, so say we raise 5% of the total dollars raised on Give to DeKalb County, we then get 5% of the bonus pool. Guys, I think I'm doing really well for my first time back. But either way, so if we raise 5% of all that's been risen on that day, we get 5% of the bonus pool. Is it raised? You're giving me a look like it's raised. Either way, however much money is donated on the day, if we get 5% of it, we get 5% of the bonus pool. That's the message I'm trying to convey to you guys.
Your gift is proportionally
Your
matched.
gift is proportionally matched. Thank you.
Yes.
But the point is,
Janine's having a lot of light bulbs go off.
I can't believe it. But that's why it's so important on Give to DeKalb County Day, because that bonus pool, which is already over $60,000, that's a huge contributor. I think last year we raised just around $21,000 individually, but because of the bonus pool, we're up over $25,000, which is huge. You guys made a huge impact. We are so humbled by how much you gave, but the bonus pool just pushes us up over to that next level where we were able to purchase 2 popcorn machines instead of just 1. So those dollars on that day are so important just so we can activate that bonus pool, which community members and businesses and organizations have been super generous to contribute to. And we're really happy that DCMP and all these different organizations have organized Give DeKalb County for us because it gives you guys a nice carrot too. And we may have another carrot that we'll give you guys a little hint towards as we get closer to Give DeKalb County Day. We're just so excited to feel a little bit of normalcy. We'll get back to a little bit of before times with Give DeKalb County. But like I said, if you guys have any questions, thoughts, concerns, lightscameradonate.org or shoot us something on Facebook. But on that day, it's going to be super easy. Thursday, May 7th, lightscameradonate.org. You can help us purchase this lovely carpet.
Yes. And stay tuned on social media over the next, 2 days about Earth Day.
Yeah.
We're going to be showcasing a lot more features of this expansion, from LED lighting to the HVAC controls to the hand dryers, all sorts of features that are really adding a lot of green features. And so we're really excited to kind of share with you all of those different initiatives that aren't really in the spotlight, but are going to make a huge difference both for our organization, but the community and really the planet. And so we're trying to take this project and be as socially responsible as we can, and we want to share with you some of those decisions that we've done. As Janine talked about, we're going to be raising money for new carpet on Give DeKalb County Day. But it's really an opportunity for you to support this community jewel and allow the history that's been here for 90 years to continue for another 90 years.
Yeah.
And to really showcase the mission that we have here. As a nonprofit organization, we rely on your generosity, the generosity of the community to support this beautiful theater, allow us to do so much programming, so much to give back to the community. And so we can't thank you enough. We always talk about this is your Egyptian theater. And we hope you guys are as proud and excited as we are about these improvements. And we can't thank you guys enough for the ongoing support by tuning in, watching this. But we hope you join us on Thursday, May 7th, all day long, 24 hours of giving, a one-day giving event where all of your gifts made online that day through the website will be proportionally matched from the bonus pool. So we hope you tune in that day. We'll be going live, as Janine said, every hour, starting at, what do we start, 8 a.m.?
Yeah.
8 a.m. till probably
It's
9
not 7,
p.m.
Yeah.
It seems like a great idea, and then we get to that day and it's a really long day, but it's a lot of fun.
It's great until about 4 o'clock, and then it just slows and then it flies by again. But yeah.
But it's a great day for us to really showcase the impact of the Egyptian. It's so fun to bring guests in and let them talk about the impact that the Egyptian has on them and the community. And it's so fun to be able to interact with you guys and hear how the Egyptian has impacted you. So we hope you join us again Thursday, May 7th for Give DeKalb County Day 2020. The 7th year of Give DeKalb County Day. And we'll be celebrating all day long.
Yeah, and like I said, as Alex said, you guys have always been super, super supportive. And not to be like, this year we need you more than ever, but kind of. I mean, we're in the midst of a pandemic like none of us have seen probably in our lifetimes. And we always talk, the Egyptian has survived. It opened at the start of the stock market crash. It's been through World War II. It's been through multiple recessions. However, if you want to see the type of programming we've been bringing, the staffing that's here, we need your help to keep that going because we're so happy with the momentum we have. We're so happy to be bringing you this expansion. We don't want to lose that. So you guys is really going to keep that ball rolling. It's going to keep us when we come back, hopefully in the fall, that we're coming back hitting on all cylinders still. So we need you to save your own Egyptian theater, to keep it going, to keep that momentum going, to keep all this programming coming because we love it. We want you to love it along with us. So Give DeKalb County, Thursday, May 7th, lightscameradonate.org.
Good job.
Boom!
So if there's no other questions yet tonight, that about wraps up everything. And we'll be back again next Tuesday for another virtual Hard Hat Tour. Again, join us every Tuesday night at 5:30 p.m. live here on Facebook. But you can always watch them after the fact as well. And on Give DeKalb County Day, while we'll be going live every hour at the top of the hour on Facebook, we'll also be sharing those on
Our
the
YouTube
news feed on Facebook and on YouTube, so you can always go back and watch. But since unfortunately we'll probably still be at stay-at-home time, you'll probably have plenty of time
I
to
say
watch
you all have
these.
none excuse to not watch us here.
Yes, we won't tell your boss, so
No,
you
no.
got plenty of time to watch.
No.
So we're really excited to come up to that day. I've got some new fun stuff to showcase that day,
Yeah.
and some pretty fun stuff to raise money for. So
Really.
thank you so much for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again real soon.
Bye.
Bye.